Hitch.
Yeah.
Always good to have you back in studio, Aze.
Feels good to be back.
Where? Starting us off on a high note. This is The Vault. With me, Myra Maloba, the Afropunk Queen. We've also got
Oza Jirongize aka Rongi kama kawa unajua tena uko fulani mumo ndani ya nyumba.
Oza.
Yeah, it's the Beatmekah, the beat creator, not the beat taker. Yeah, I'm in the place. So you better recognize because we're here, chilling it out.
Hey, Jimmy likes taking us back to his days of rap community. Yeah.
Rap don't end, it don't end.
It don't end and it don't stop. Next thing you'll know, you'll be squatting here on the floor, busting a rhyme. Yo, we do this each and every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. We're all about music, but specifically hip-hop. We're taking it back in the day and merging it with new cuts today. We've got heavy hitters as well as the music with DJ Hitch.
Yeah.
Now, if you haven't seen the show before, we have Jimmy the Beatmekah, who is the producer and has been here for quite how many years now?
Man, it's been over 20 years.
Over 20 years in the game. Just give guys your credit. Kidogo, who have you worked with?
I've worked with too many people. Too many people, and they're starting out their careers. From Issa to Amani to Vinny to Googs to the list can go on and on and on and on. It won't stop.
By the way, it's not that you just empty creds because Amani big job the other day, right?
Yeah, she did. I also have artists that I've worked in, brought up their careers up in the UK. You know, I have artists that are in America, artists that are in Australia right now. Yes, I have artists all over the place.
You're global like that.
And don't forget my link with Ukoflani Mao Mao. For those who didn't know, I was there on Dandora Bani. And now I'm with Rongi now, working on our own project now.
Oh, wow.
Classic.
Yeah, most definitely.
Dope. Rongi also, for people who've never known who Rongi is, how long have you been in the game? Before you started rapping, you were dancing first. He said you were Kenya's MC Hammer.
You're the B-boy.
I used to be a B-boy. It's all because I didn't know why people rap, but I love music. So the only part I can be part of music was maybe by dancing and stuff like that. But certainly professional dancing. I just love dancing. Me talking on dance. I don't care about anything. I care about music in Anigonga.
Right.
And then I met up with Wasetuo uko fulani mamo. I saw them in show called Dando, just a community show, and I was like, it's what I want to do all my life. So hapo ndio ikabidi nimeingia kambi nikaanza kurap.
Right. Hitch.
Yeah, boy.
Hitch, were you also a dancer?
Yeah.
Hitch actually uko na do ingine.
Kwa high school nilikuwa drama manze na ka flute hapo.
Unafanya twist. Uko unafanya the twist.
Oh gosh. Dotting kawa. But Hitch actually plays a lot of instruments. What instruments do you actually play?
Play the saxophone, set drums, clarinet, keyboard.
What?
Turntables.
Controllers. Yeah. Yani the world is your stage, Yani.
I tell you.
Oh gosh.
I think God forgive me, I only know how to play two things.
Is it whatever you're saying? It's going to be family friendly.
Do we want to know?
I know how to play music and the W.
You know, usually sometimes when Jerong says something, usually I'm like, dee.
No. Tuchako mababa na vitu zingine inabidi tujue kuzisensa. Juu nataka mtu wangu aniruhusiwe swala akiona ID, si ati before kuna ID. Then aje buda hiyo ulikuwa unasema I know how to play two things.
Yeah.
Music and women.
Alafu unaniangalia hizi.
Sasa ndo nitetee.
Back up. The Spanish guitar.
Me, I thought he needed I thought it was WWE.
Sasa hapo unaanza kuingia level sasa. Kama tuko kwa beach na kwa song.
Tony Braxton alisema Spanish guitar.
Basi sasa unajua alikuwa amevaa dinner dress. Sasa hapa tunasema tukiwa kwa beach alafu tumevaa ka song.
Okay. You know, we'll leave it at that.
For those who don't know, I also was a break dancer.
What?
God. I didn't know.
I used to win all the estate competitions. Kwamda.
What?
From Highview to Magiwa, like you name it.
You never break a move, man.
That competition was not stiff then.
Yeah,
Hey, me, I don't remember you being a dancer.
I used to win all the ask our sister Emily, she'll tell you.
What? Me, I just remember you rapping. And whenever we see the fingers going like this, we know it's about to be a dope one. It's on.
It's coming.
He's like this. He's like, yeah, the devil crusher coming through.
Devil crusher.
Devil
Yeah,
crusher.
so the devil crusher, man. Crushing devils all the way. Okay?
Buddha.
When I put my nose down, that means the beat is not hot.
Alright, before we continue. The beat
Allah.
maker, not the beat taker. Alright, before we continue, I have to mention that Icon Radio is available on www.iconradio.co.ke. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Mixcloud, and Soundcloud at Icon Radio KE. We're also shooting in the home of digital content creators. That is DJI Brandom Studios. Everything from collapsible sets for videos, green screens, photography sets, you name it. We also have our booth where these guys chop it up every week. Yani, they can't come in here and not bless it. It doesn't even make sense. And there's so much coming out this month, in fact, this year as we end it out. So be sure to follow our pages and check out what these guys are up to. So, as we get back to the conversation, we just even have just like 3 minutes to do this. Today, we're talking about music and the business of music. Literally, guys in Kenya are like, why are we doing music? Why are we in this so much? Apart from the passion, it has to make money sense, right? And last year, during COVID, the president went in front of millions of Kenyans and said, I'm giving away 100 million to artists.
Where did it go to?
And after the 100 million was given, guys are doing screenshots. You know, we're in the age of social media, blah, blah, blah. Guys over there trying screenshots. How much were on the Nini, the M-Pesa statements? 1,160 at the most. Ebu rukia quickly. Rukiriria.
Do you know how much money they collected?
Let me know, please.
Close to 1 billion.
That's
But
true.
do you know how much they gave artists? It was like 20 million. It did never give artists 100 million. That's a lie.
It's a lie.
Do you know Music Copyright Society, they will collect 1 million Kenya shillings, and then they use 900,000 for administration purposes to collect the million. So they give artists 100,000 wagawane. So like 15 people, they pay themselves 900,000.
Yeah.
Alafu don't forget, music copyright ni biashara ya watu, ni kama matri, ni barabara. Unajua vile matri watu kula collection. Kuna wase kujanga hapo na kulwa yao. They got nothing to do with music copyright. Hawajui kunaendaje, but wanajuanga aka ni kashimu kangu. Every end month ama every financial year mimi nakujanga na pigo ya. It's a family business.
Hiyo ni shamba.
Poxy pressure alikuliwa juu ya hiyo, watu wengi walikuliwa juu ya hiyo. Juu ukishafikia point fulani ya kuagina music copyright, hapo ndo unakutana na mabuda na kwambia, my boy, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, to be honest.
Chill. Unaona? Ama kwa kama calligraph, utumie position yako uzushi, alafu wakuita kupiga 5 million unyamaza. Usahau kuna Jirongi huko nyuma pia alikuwa nazo. It's
Speaking of calligraph, as in like literally, I don't know if it's sideshows or what, because he went and complained. Wasanii hawakuli. He went and met with.
He met with Ruto.
He met Ruto right in his digs.
In Karen.
And then what happened?
Si anapigwa yake alafu ananyamaza.
You know, the thing is, I don't understand. Okay, me, I'm a producer, but I don't understand from business point of view why MCSK still exists even. There's a time they were shut down, and then there's a time they snuck back in, you know. So to be honest, most of the artists that I know personally, they got paid 1,100 shillings. That's the what they got paid. Now, if your music is out there, if it's supposed to be done, it's out there on rotation, it's playing, people are somehow getting hold of that music, then you want to tell me, how does it come to 1,100? So every time a song is played, what does it equate to?
Right.
You know, what is the percentage that equates to? No one can tell you that.
I think let's just take a short break and then we break that down when we come back, right? We got DJ Hitch on the decks. Remember, you can hit us up on our socials and join in the conversation on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. DJ Hitch, hit us with a good one. Hey, no escaping the truths that are about to be dropped over here in the vault. We've got the truth slingers, Jimmy the Beatmekah. We got Rongi.
Oza.
And of course myself, Myra Maloba, the Afro-punk queen, and DJ Hitch.
Oza Maratano.
Wow. One day we'll be dropping real names in this place. DJ Hitch, tutajua jina yako. Ya Rongi tutajua jina yako pia. We know government names. Himo ya mambo ya kutuma M-Pesa. Unasema tuma M-Pesa, sasa tunajua jina za watu.
Mimi ukinitumia M-Pesa kwanza inapitia Kamiti, alafu inapitia Shimo la Tewa, alafu inapitia Inda ndio inanifikia. So before you anza kuitrack. Kuna heart attack.
Before anza kuitrack via headphones.
Wow, this is Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. And as usual, people dot in this place because it's the vault. Today we're talking about music and its business, especially when it comes to artists being awarded royalties. Is there anything like truly like royalties in this country?
There's nothing. The royalties are given between a record label and the artist.
Okay.
But in terms of that's the management company of that record label. But in terms of like that you've signed on with a certain company and they're going to be paying you regular royalties, that's a myth. Like MCSK, that's a myth. That doesn't exist. But there have been too many people that passed in and out of there, and none of them have really gotten anything. And if you get something, it's a side hustle deal that you agree with someone, nitapatai. But that's how it works. So you don't even understand why that policy is there in the first place. Maybe it should just be removed because it's not helping the artists in any way. In fact, what happens is so many artists, tell me if I'm wrong, so many artists have given up their music careers because of that. They've walked away. They've walked away from it because they're like, let me just go get a desk job because I'm not making any money here.
Right.
You know, so if you ask me, is it helping them? No, it's not helping them. Every time they say we're going to change the situation, vote for us, we'll make things better, nothing happens. Same sad old story.
I remember there's a time a bus came out and was like, listen, I counted mine. This is my sheet. Then when I go to MCSK, I'm being given 1,000 shillings. Make it make sense. Like for Rongi, you've been in the game for a very, very long time. Did you ever sign up with MCSK or any of these societies, and what did you get?
Can I surprise you? Actually, I think I'm number 600.
600.
Yeah, that means out of all the artists in Kenya, I'm number 600 for registration MCSK.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't pay me. Now, you know what they tell you? Go get the shield radio. Alafu ndo kuja tuletee ndio tukwesha. And they give you a job ambao unafaa waende kwenda kuifanya.
Yeah, they're a collection society.
It's either you go do that ama we accept yao ambayo it makes sense. You know? Alafu every time wanatoa do, they have their top people. It's an organized thing.
Yeah.
They have their top people.
Yeah.
They will use those names to move around. Like, you see, nani amepata hii do, tumempata hii do, you artists work hard, we make the same kind of
They're henchmen.
Yeah. Do you know all my music in MCSK is deleted?
How is that?
I don't know.
But you know
they told me file an appeal. Walinitoka mpaka. You see this moment tunaongea? If we go then wambie niaje I wanna see my music, you won't see even a single song. So what are they tracking? Hii time nyingine walimetumia watu sijui 1000 au 2 walinitumia, lakini ningetaka kuuliza hii ni wimbo gani na gani, but they don't have my music, but they're still sending me money. And I went there and I complained. I'm like, I wanna know because I haven't seen. Alafu ilikuanga that time walijua au jamaa hiyo time nilikuwa napoa majua akaniambia do hivi tuandikie complaint. Nikaandikia, lakini problem ilikuwa na time kidogo kwenda majuu kuandikia, walisema within 1 hour ameshandikia message hizi nini yako iko valid. Unajua jamaa yuko wapi?
But unajua hiyo thao ni nini? In simple English, in English it's called throwing a dog a bone.
Yep.
That's what it is. So if you look at the stations that they say they collect from. They actually collect from the stations. They're given money from those stations. So the stations will be like, hey, we've done our part.
Yeah.
We've paid out. But the thing is, they're not paying to the artists, you know. At the end of the day, they keep on saying, oh, we didn't get, check us later on, oh, do this. They always give you a requirement that they need to fulfill.
Right.
So if they're not fulfilling it, why are the artists even with them?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we even signed up with them? Is there any reason why?
Because I think it was the first legal body in Kenya, of it, which actually killed everybody, you know. From Akina Daudi Kabaka to... Yeah. Can I tell you something? That's a department inakula do for free. And as in untaxed money. Ushiona pesa iko untaxed na wanaikula ni... Alafu ni mafioso. Ni kama biashara ya barabara hii ya matatu. Ni aje tuende kama tukabe hapa, tupe watu risiti. Alafu tuingize do tunaingiza. We don't have to make the roads. We don't have to pay for any insurance. Sisi tunachukuanga pesa kuambia watu sisi ndio tunasimamisha traffic hapa. Any matatu ndio kupita kwa hii route lazima tulipe. MCSK ni kamjeshi.
But you brought up a point, because the other day I was watching a documentary on TV. I think it was on KBC or something. And there's these old school guys, Lingala guys, who were talking about their music careers. I think Mangalepa. And they were talking about how their music has been played for ages. They owed a lot of royalties. But still they're being paid peanuts. The way artists right now are being paid peanuts. You even go on the road, you see this matatu is playing, this place is playing our music, and they're not getting anything from it.
Right.
Tunafaa kuona segment hii tochachisha. You know what they did with uko fulani Mulama? Waliita ma weakling. Nakwambia sasa nini hapa? Alafu akape kila mtu 10,000. Why? Because they knew uko fulani Mulama akikuja kwa uko fulani, they're supposed to pay us like 50 million Kenya shillings. So what did they do? They called the weaklings. They did not call mathinkers uko fulani Mulama. Waliita ma weakling kama wawili side wakaweka mali pamoja, wakawasainisha vitu. Hao majamaa wanaambia mimi nakupiga ka 20 nakupiga ka 30, una shida gani? Wewe sasa hata una kakitu, hata sisi ndio tumekusukumia fare, come through. So majamaa wakasign. So hata sasa ukienda kucomplain wanakuambiaje? Wanakulenga hiyo karatasi nakwambia. Your ninjas already signed here. So what are you talking about? Pesa gani uko fulani Mulama? That's what they
So
do.
Nana, throw a dog a bone.
That is crazy. Like, okay, Hitch, you're in the music scene in terms of even just DJing, apart from producing.
Yeah.
How many times have you been in a club and cops have raided the place because of those licenses? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Uh-huh.
But I could raid your license.
Yeah.
Zile place nimeona zikiradio your license kwa Masaiba. I don't know if they still do that.
They did say, but there's a time I think even in the clubs.
Also.
And even the clubs, like there's a time walifanya karade huko Tao Tropez. Okay, at that time Tropez was open, and they went and they started confiscating DJ stuff and speakers and stuff like that. Like, and they're saying it's because you haven't paid for the license. Even matatus, they were reading matatus as well.
There's a time they stop people and go check on their mobile phones. You're forgetting that.
What?
Yeah, there's a time they were doing that crap.
Did they really?
Yes, they did. Where like, or they stop you in your car, your personal car. Remember they had these agents.
Yeah.
Who would stop people. Like
Yeah, in the personal car as well.
Yeah, they would do that. They say you've not paid, and so they would force you to make a payment there and then to clear yourself. But then you ask yourself, even when the people made the payment, where did the money go?
Right.
Yeah.
Because even there's some people that I've done music with who I heard were actually getting royalties on the side, and it was because of those deals. They went, they complained, and they were told, okay, sawa, you just take this hash money, and we'll be sending it to you every month, and then you just, you know.
We know all of them. We know all of them. We know even the ones who wale wamepangiwa like this time. Tacheza na wewe, si ndio? So let me tell you something, the funniest part. You know how they do it? It's called pay to play. So kuna wale wasanii wetu wa daily basis wanatokelezea, wanaenda kwa ma station kadhaa, they pay their guys, these guys push their music. Alafu wanaenda MCSK wanaweka muziki huko. So depending na vile rotation itachezwa, MCSK itakuja iwa grab ambe ni aje nyinyi ndio mmechezwa sasa hivi mnapigwa do. So it's a good business, Jimmy. Imagine umechukua msanii, umemrecord, alafu umeenda hizi ma station, umelipa mapresenter kadhaa, wamepush hiyo kitu in 6 months ukienda kule, maybe hata kama umespend $500,000 kupromote msanii, ukienda MCSK una recover 4 million.
You know, but the way you have to also look at it from this point of view. And this is something that I just want to point out. very quickly. Do you realize that when COVID came, it was the biggest blessing for a lot of artists? Because they're like, you know what? Screw this. We're going to go just online. We're going to do our thing online. Now, everyone, back in the day, you know, even with artists, there were these artists who would always get mentioned. They would always get their music played. But when COVID came, guys, everyone was trying to get through the same door. It didn't matter if you were a celebrity, if you're not a celebrity, everyone's trying to get. Then they said, you know what? This whole thing of just going online and pushing my music online, whether it's through YouTube or whatever, is a better angle. So what did the government come again and now and say?
They'll tax it.
Yeah, exactly.
On that note, we'll come back with just that conversation. You have left us on a very good point, DJ Hitch.
Yeah.
Give us some untaxable music. Hey, that was when Kanye was all up in that sampling-ish. That was Down and Out. Down and Out by Kanye West and Cameron. Hey, Mazi, always taking us back. Hitch. Mazi. It's about time we start paying you. This is The Vault with myself, Myra Maloba, the Afro-Punk Queen, alongside... Wacha nikulala mazi.
Yeah, alongside G Rongi ama G Rongi kama uko fulani maumau in the house there.
Tena he's changed his outfit. You're looking fresh. You're looking fresh though.
Jimmy ndo najua umetoka Paris.
You know, red and the dark skin usually looks very, very nice. Yeah, ni ukweli tu.
Ni Masahara na Chicago Bulls.
We also got...
yes, the Beatmekah. Yeah, the beat creator in the house. Yeah? We're here to hear everything and everything. No holding back.
Hey.
No censorship. Yes, we're here.
AKA the Double Crusher.
Yeah, the Double Crusher.
What's that?
5 fingers in the air.
We also got
DJ Hitch.
Yes, we do this each and every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Unscripted, unfiltered, no cussing, but you'll get our point because we're straight with it. Hey, last time tulikaja tulisema hey, you made us millionaires.
Lakini warasta walikuwa na mimi.
Walikuwa na wewe, walikuwa na kufeel.
Yes, unajua story ya Jack kujaza hapo.
Oh gosh. Before the break, yeah, Jimmy dropped us with a heavy one. He was like, listen, yeah, we're not getting our dues, but at the same time, we found somewhere else to put our music, which is online. And then online, the government still comes up to us and tries to tax us. Yeah. How is that even possible? How are we supposed to make our bread from music? Because when you're doing music, the producer won't want to scare anything. They want to get paid. Yeah. We have to keep the lights on in the studio. Bills have to be paid. Government will not hear that KPLC is not getting paid. Water is not getting paid for. How is it that we're supposed to pay for our craft, still pay for taxes, and not get paid for our music?
Yeah, and everyone wants to make money. The artist wants to make money.
Mm-hmm.
The publicist wants to make money. Mm-hmm. The label wants to make money. It's all money all around. The funny thing is this. The government started realizing that immediately money was going somewhere else. Before, they never had a problem with it.
True.
They never got involved, never like, oh, you know, this happened. They knew it existed. But all of a sudden now, they're like, we have to jump in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the tax they're talking about, like, it's not a small number, you know, they're talking about. So once again, it's a bit of what I call irony.
Right.
The irony where you say you want to bring up the youth, but at the same time you're tearing them down.
Mm-hmm.
You're not helping them grow
Yeah.
in any way. So the artists are like, we have to pay X amount of money to pay for our recording in the studio. People don't understand how studios a lot of them times operate. Some are like, you have to pay the producer. Some you have to pay the engineer, the guy for mastering. There's always a cost involved.
Yeah.
You know, and then by the time we get to distributing the project, that's another thing. That's another mountain by itself. You know, And so I feel that at the end of the day, like, money's just being stolen from here and here and here. But the people who are behind it are not getting anything from it.
Yeah. When we were having the music and we were, were able to hear the music. Yani, this guy is a multitasker like that. He's over there just like this and talking to you at the same time. He's over there like, yeah, by the way, this is what was happening. It was tough. So Hitch was telling us the way you guys are also now being asked to pay a bit of money to be able to play Kenyan music, right?
Imagine that.
Can I jazilia kitu yao ndio turuke kwa huyu?
Sawa.
So unacheki apart from hiyo Jimmy wanatucharge kuweka muziki kwa internet gava, si ndio? Do you know even for example hivyo umetaja kulipa studio engineer nini, si ndio? Alafu kuja kwa video, si ndio? Ukienda tawa Nairobi, they shut you down if you don't pay. In Nairobi, if you are an artist, you have to pay.
There's a license that you have to pay for.
You have to pay. Na mimi niliendanga nikaiangalia time flani. Like Kenya, if you are an artist, being an artist is not a freelance. It's not a free thing you can just pick it up and you can do.
You pay a lot of money.
Before, the more creative you are, the more you make money. Even if kama ni paintings, ndio. But right now, being an artist, you need to have money.
Umekumbusha, it's not just the video. See, they added something else. Hey, the drone.
Yeah. Hapo sasa ndio.
KAA.
Have you ever walked in Nairobi town on a Saturday? People shooting videos. There's almost none.
No.
Then walk on Sunday because no one is there. City council are asleep.
So me, if I want to shoot a video in Nairobi, this is what I do. Okay. But I just self-snitching rap over here.
Self-setup.
Yeah, self-setup. You have to rauka.
Uh-huh.
Unajua makanjo kwa na hangover zao za machangaso, unajua ni wa mtaani. Kwa nini uongo? Si ni kweli? Kwa hood. Bro, huyo unapatana naye jiona kwamba bwana ndio nasikia mnaenda kushoot video mtaani. Acha kwanza ni zishuke alafu tukutane na nyinyi. Hataweza kurauka. Hakuna makanjo job on Sunday. So a lot of people take that time, but pia usahau ukipatana na makarao pia wataku, but hiyo job imewachiwa nani? Kanjo. Kanjo ndio wanafaa kuku arrest wakipata ukifanya ma video. Polisi sasa anaingilianga wakati Kanjo sasa amekuhandover. Unaona? So there's no space for being an artist in Kenya. Hakuna hiyo place ya creativity. Lakini politician atakuja afunge center of town afanye vile anataka.
And it's free. There's a time Major was over there shooting a video in the hood. Even I don't even know how they found him. In the hood with some young cats. Alipatikana hivi mid air with his tumbler. Yani he couldn't even continue. And it was such a fracas. And you're like, they had small cameras and they were just there young and trying to do their thing. Because Major, what I like about Major is that he collaborates. You're not paying him. So it was a free collaboration he did with these guys and they were getting shut down. It was such a sad thing to see because you can look at these guys and you can tell they're just trying to put something together for the love of it. But
now artists have they had to get clever. And so what they did was this. There's two kinds of artists. The artists will be like, okay, we're not going to shoot out in the open air. We're going to shoot in studios, film studios, where there's a flat fee. We can pay. It's affordable. Let's do that. The
like
other
DJI Brandem Studios.
Yeah, DJI Brandem. They have a green screen room. They go in there. They do their thing for so many hours. They're happy. They get their content. The other people, what they do is they get out of Nairobi. They go to places like Garissa, where no one is going to stress them.
Right.
No one's going to ask them any questions.
Well, everybody will come after 10 hours. The next person will come after 10 hours.
They constantly have to get clever. But the thing is this, as they're getting clever, the government is also sending people underground, constantly watching them. It's kind of like how in America they had the whole FBI thing, It's that's now where Kenya is going. With the whole music industry.
Right.
Every time you try, and artists have been said, and young people say, every time I try to move one step forward, there they are behind me, trying to shut me down.
Right.
It can't consistently be like that, because you can't be like, when it comes to things like, I know this is going in a different direction, but when you go time elections, you're saying, young people, you're the future. Please vote for me.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
But you're not there to help their future. And if you're there to help their future, it's at a cost.
Right.
You're not giving help like from the whole of your heart.
Right now, MPs are busy taking pictures with artists. Wasanii wameja in their offices. Things you never see in your life for the 5 years.
Ni artists ukisikiza muziki zao wana preach something to the society ama ni artists ambao pia wanapoteza society?
I think it's both. It's both that who know what they're getting from
the
being
shika-
there,
the shika
and there are
Soli
those who
yangu.
are. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But there are those who are naive about it, and they're like, I'm going wholeheartedly to my MP. Yeah. So if this is a good look, and my other people see they know that, at least we're able to gain from this business. And there are those who know exactly what they're getting
Can I
from
say
it.
something? Alafu turuke kwa mzee DJ. You know the case of Gidi Gidi Maji Maji.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last song?
Unbogable.
And why was it their last song? Because they chose sides. Their fans don't have sides. When you're an artist, where's your Jubilee, where's your ODM, when in Kenya. The moment umesema ni Jubilee, utakataliwa na watu wa ODM. Juma fans wako ko in every direction. So the moment wali choose side, wakawachiliwa. Have they ever recovered from that? No. Obviously we know them Gidi Gidi Maji Maji. But angalia, that's a case of all the artists wanaendanga political kind of way.
On that note, let's come back. Let's come back because of time. It's a lot to delve into, and we still have to talk to the DJ as well because hata nyi uharasiwa. Hey, the system, bring it down. So we'll be back with more after this. DJ, take us away. Big up to my G Kantai. That was Happy with SL and Kantai. If you ever had the pleasure of meeting Kantai, he was one of the happiest, smiliest, most talented guys you ever met in the streets.
Yeah.
And you'd always have a good time with the guy around. And say, oof. We've lost some good ones, but hey, we pay tribute to them here every week. This is The Vault to me, Myra Maloba, the Afro-Punk Queen, alongside Jimmy, the Beatmekah, a.k.a.
5 fingers in the air.
5 mics.
2 is too small for me, man. I need 5.
Devil Crusher. Crushing the devil. Always with the teams.
Representing. That's my flavor.
We also got the straight shooter, G Rongi.
Fulani momo kama kawa G Rongi. Sikizi nafuta kuchange jina njite Remedy.
They what? What? Sorry.
It sounds like a coffee drink.
What?
I want to change my name to be Remedy.
Remedy.
Yeah, call myself Remedy. But I'm not sure.
We should call it Remedy Latte.
Oh God. Let's do okay, Jimmy. Let's do a few ciphers and then you throw it in there. We scare if it'll match. Sindio?
100.
Oza. And then we also got
Selector DJ Hitch.
Selector.
Yeah.
Celeb. Super producer, super DJ.
I tell you.
Hey, I tell you. Oh gosh.
Your stories in Gilead.
Where? Hey, you better follow DJ Hitch because yes, he got the love for women of all ages out there.
From every area code.
Yes. Soon Hitch will be bringing 3 for us and hours in chai over here because you got spongers.
He'll be hitched.
He'll be hitched. Guy. This is Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. Remember, we do this each and every Thursday from 10 to 12. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Mixcloud, and Soundcloud at Icon Radio KE. And we're also in the home for digital creators, which is DJI Brandem Studios. Today, we're all about music and the money. We're in the second hour of the show. It's been heating up every time. But last time we left Hitch hanging. Hitch.
Yes.
How has it been for you in terms of the business and music?
Business and music, man. I've gotten to see my DJing gigs and all that. Gotten to see how artists are struggling. Produce the whole industry, the whole studio. Hapo kwa studio kuna ndani kuna producer, kuna huyo artist, kuna marketers. Kuna swali nilikuwa nauliza. Vile mlikuwa mnaongea historia ya copyright. When was it camp or ni priest kama
camp priest KCSK same was up
playing local music.
They were charging. There was a time they were charging DJs.
No, they didn't Peter.
Oh, it didn't Peter.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Sinasikia walikuwa nazusha actually ni wale Kenyan top artists. They wanted to eat on both sides.
Yeah.
Juu bado wao walipoa na maprisma ni ile tu biashara kujuana. So walikuwa na try ku break mguu za DJ ndio waweze ku uneven more. Juu alianza ku notice royalties za MCSK zenyewe ziwato
hazitoshi.
So wakaona mpaka wakuleza ma DJ.
Wana DJs
Lakini wamesawaje KQ na factor kitu watu wote wanafaa but they never run for that. Hizo ni zile za.
And that's why I feel like celebrity in Kenya is kind of like, it's not really a thing. There was a time one of my boys from Nigeria was over here and he was like, how do your artists make money? Because I didn't understand how Sauti Sol like hitting big, huge in Africa, but I saw them pandaing a matatu. Like that was the time they'd come out, I think, with, I don't know what song they'd come out with, and they were really. It was no Lazizi. I understand that they were just coming out, but this is the time I think it was either number one or one of those songs, and he saw them at the stage, and he was like, in Nigeria, Agai Chuma's one song, he's already driving a Lambo, like automatically. This guy is going to be hitting it big. The only thing that will make him broke is himself.
Lifestyle.
As his lifestyle is wrong choices. That's the only way. But if you remove music, people will buy and you'll become rich. And you wouldn't be seen over here at hailing cabs or taking matters. Taking matters is not a bad thing. Even your car can break down. But he was like, how is this possible?
Or buying
and
smokies.
Smokies, anybody can make smokies. I'm sure even Jay-Z. If Jay-Z tasted Nini smokies, you'd be over there. Lakini, also in the same breath, the problem is also that this thing with celebrity, the problem I have with celebrity is there's a time I was chilling in a studio, and this guy, one of the producers, was called up, and he was like, this so and so celebrity is coming over, and he'd like to do a song. He was like, these are my rates, blah 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 blah, and then this guy was like, but since we're promoting you guys and we're giving you exposure, we do it for free. The exposure I know is for cameras. I've never
Damn.
I've never heard of exposure at you. I've never been fed of exposure. I've never been fed of exposure. So how is it that you're a celebrity and you can't even pay for your own? What's this term celebrity with artists in Kenya?
I think calling yourself a celebrity, first of all, is played out. It doesn't exist, by the way. It exists in the word, but not in the lifestyle. A lot of those guys who call themselves celebrities are still borrowing money, trying to pay their rent and other things in life because they can't survive. Now, someone can say they mismanaged their money, they did this and did this, but at the end of the day, that whole thing to me is played out, by the way. To me, it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity at the end of the day, How are you treating the next brother? How are you treating the next sister? That's what's important over here. And then unfortunately, people think because they're known to be a big brand. Right. A lot of them actually, let's not even talk about Africa. Let's talk about Kenya. A lot of the ones who are here cannot sustain. You've heard the stories. We've read about them. We don't even need to go too deep about them. We know what they're about. So I think that whole thing of being a celebrity and you being a big name in the music industry is played out. Because the thing is, who are you a big name to? That's the question I like to know. Yeah?
Maybe in Bochua.
Oh gosh. But no, there are actual celebrities, but they and in this country, yes, but they're not making their riches off of they're artists, they're not making the riches off of this our economy off of our.
But the biggest celebrities don't need to talk about. They don't need to talk.
They're doing their stuff out there, and they're making.
But the big celebrities, you never hear them talk and say, "Hey, Rongi, I'm a celebrity." You never hear them say that.
That's true.
Myra, you saw the love we have there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's celebrity status or my sword.
It's love.
It's love, yeah?
Yeah.
So, kuna itango nani? Uja mshot. Actingi.
Nani?
Inspector Mwala. Yeah. Inspector Mwala attend a place, uta notice attract attention na hata hajajiita celebrity.
True.
Unaona? Hii yetu ni creation. People create that. No, Inspector Mwala won't have to kwenda kubai sijuma lambo manini ndio akae celebrity. No, yeye naturally. Kwa celebrity watu than celebrity lazima kuwe na madoni shikubwa nini. That's not celebrity. Celebrity ni unakubalikaje mtaani. Watu wanakupendaje. Ukitembea ukiwa umevaa bling bling watu wataziba ama wataziba. Kuna watu mimi najua hata watu huitwa ma celebrity hapa hivi na wajua wengi. They can't step in Dandora. I know a couple of them macheni zao zishaenda wakiwa Dandora. So mko wale you like nani yao mna deal nao. Alafu jamaa anakuja mpaka ananiambia Rongi, unanionaje na mpaka anambia ni fake. Kumbe jamaa alikuwa anavaa chain fake. Alafu anakuja kujiita celebrity hapa. Unaona? So celebrity ni mtu akiland mahali hivi una notice kuna respect fulani imeingia pale mpaka ile talk ina happen pale ni respectable. Na mimi nimetembea na wase wengi nimeroll for example na kina Zero. Ni watu wa ghetto nimeroll na kina Smadi kina Mbogi. Mnadunda nao mahali kila mtu kiangalia left right na hapa tunafaa kudungwa. Lakini hakuna mtu anawadu juu ni respect. Inatembea. For me hiyo ni celebrity. Celebrity si TV, si radio, ni dunda kwa street.
Even when I was I was sharing pictures of the fact that I was in Dandora, people were sending me DMs and they were like, watch out for your phone. That's what they told me. I was like, I was in Hip Hop City. Me, there was nothing like that. It was safe. Hey,
you know?
We were walking in the street.
Yeah, but
me, I was. Me, let me tell you, when I was in Dandora, I felt like I was a celebrity because nilikuwa boga na ugali. When I got home, the first thing I was seeing was the bed. That's the love I got. So I appreciated that love because the thing is, when you can sit with other brothers, other sisters there, and they all show you love, to me that's celebrity.
Yeah.
That's what real love is about.
Celebrity ni quality. Ni ile wase unajua wamekuona mali fulani kwa mtu mkubwa but ukikaa nao our notice. You don't make them feel like I'm lesser. Actually una make wa feel yo tuko pamoja and all this. Baka jamaa na feel una make a feel yo I can be what I want to be or do. Because even my idea uko Dandora. So unaona watu wengi uko ndani. Reason ilikuwa come.
Yeah.
I won't have to teach you to touch a computer, but with your eyes and memory, you'll see what's going on.
Exactly.
You'll have a dream.
Exactly.
Now, I won't lie to you, a lot of people, that's how wanaanza kuwa ma DJ, ma producer, wanaanza kuna Jirongi let ndio inakonga microphone ya studio hiyo. Kumbe ndio inakonga pole anajijazia vitu kwa kichwa.
Right.
Unaona?
But let me ask you a question. Let me just ask to all of you here. Just a simple question.
Before we go on the break,
who defines who's a celebrity?
And when we come back, we'll answer that question. But for now, we need to get some love from the DJ. Hit us with a little shom. Hey, beats.
Yeah,
What?
Oza, as Jirongi says.
Oza! I'm telling you. We should trademark it for the vault.
Yeah, I'm telling you. No,
That's a good one. That's a good one. It's so catchy.
It's an icon word.
It's an icon. It's iconic.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
Yeah, that's what Coco Radio.
I'll tell you. This is The Vault, where we do this each and every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon with Jirongi.
Oza Jirongi.
Who might be the remedy soon, eh?
Remedy actually tena for come through after John the Baptizo.
Hey.
Tunaje kutembezaje. Kwa fulani huko ndani ya nyumba.
Hatuwezi kosa. We also got Jimmy the Beatmekah.
Yeah, in the place.
In the place to be.
AKA.
We got
5 fingers in the air.
AKA.
we got Hitch with the itch.
Tearing up your speakers.
Hey.
And the microphone.
We are your number one entertainment plug, and we're shooting this at the DJI Brandem Studios. Be sure to follow all of us, which is Icon Radio and DJI Brandem Studios on all major social media platforms. Before we went on the break, we were asking the question, what really defines a celebrity? Rongi just came from telling us he hated that song for Nelly because he was Costo, he was broke, and that song was hitting the streets. Yet he was defined as a celebrity, and he did not have money to hit the bars and dance to that one.
But I'm in the bars performing at the same time.
And what? And you're in the bars how is that even possible?
It's fun. Life is funny, actually.
Uh-huh.
Actually, something funny. Came to listen to these songs like fully. Like 2 years ago.
Right.
Then I respected him. And actually I saw it when he was performing somewhere.
Aha.
And I was like, wow, mad respect to him.
Right.
Yeah, you know that thing of hip-hop underground and stuff like that, kind of ilikuja, ikaanza kufade off. I started seeing people like artists. I stopped seeing them like commercial. I started seeing them like artists because I have to respect their working process, their creativity process. Unajua. Alafu, it made me start listening to a lot of songs I never heard because kind of I was in a bubble that hardcore hip-hop underground, you know. But
right.
Then one time somebody asked me, are you a hip-hopper or an artist? I can be careful ukianza hii question because hip-hop ni life yako vile unaishi. Artist is how you create your life. Unajua, so hapo ndo nikaanza ku respect everybody. I never used to listen to some people huku Kenya, but baadaye ndo nikaanza kuwasikiza, nikaanza ku notice, wow, they were saying something. Mtu anaanza kosa kuwa si mkali, but he had an idea. Because at the end of the day, everything, even in business, what is the idea in it? What idea do you have, or hiyo ndio inakuweka huko mbele.
So that's deep. So it's literally for you to define yourself. Do you want to become a celebrity or an artist?
Me I see myself as a creative, as a thinker. So where that takes me, I leave it that to people to define it.
Right.
You know, because I can't call myself celebrity because in Kenya there's no celebrity. The only celebrities we know is politicians. Because them around on a roll around huku wakiongea too much, wakitushow vile wako watu na vitu hizo. But me I believe real people, real celebrities wako kuchini. Kuna watu hawajulikani kwa media anywhere, but ukienda hood zao wanajulikana. Alafu the celebrity si lazima kuna do arts ama anything.
Okay, the pulse or something.
Who you are in your community, in your society, what you do. Hiyo ndio inakufanya you stand out. You know, some people walk in the street na mtu akona 10 years hakuna mtu ashemwambia hi. Do you know me walk around and tell somebody, hey, ni aje mambo vipi kwa poa? Asimjui. Just for, but you never know, jamaa ametembea like 20 years hakuna mtu ashemwambia hivyo. Mpaka anaona kuna kasoro. So for me, I do it. So alafu kitu unisaidia sometimes juu ya kujulikana yangu, I use it to the advantage of my community. Ku come into things ambazo najua ndapewa masikio manda I can come through and sort out. Unajua. So sijui, for me I don't see it kama celebrity. I see ni kama kitu umepewa na community, umetoka in charge of kuwatetea, see over them and don't take advantage of them. Ama uone ni mafala juu bila watu.
It's a responsibility.
It's a big one, and don't call yourself celebrity. Alafu anza kupiga tu ma selfie.
Yeah.
But wacha nikwambie kitu.
Let
me not lie to you people and be honest today. Me, I'm a celebrity.
True.
I'm a celebrity because I celebrate me.
Hey.
They say you got to love yourself before anyone loves you.
Where are those drops when you did them? Ding, 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 ding. Hey.
So all of us here are celebrities because we celebrate ourselves.
Where?
That's what being a celebrity is.
Yeah.
It's not all the bling, all the blang, all the booty out there that you think that is great. No. It's about you.
Self-appreciation.
Yes. Yeah. That's deep. That's deep. Hey, finally. I
feel like a year.
That moment Peter Kitamba will still take it.
Me celebrity so as I
you celebrate me whenever. Okay, so we'll take that one. We'll take that one. But this is everybody's defining celebrity. What do you feel is a celebrity for you, Hitch?
Celeb. To me, I don't really even think about it.
Right.
Yeah. As Jimmy said, you have to. I think it's that self-love thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really follow that idea. I just do my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
How many times have people come up to you and say, "Do you know me? I'm a celebrity." That has happened to me a number of times. I'm like,
I country call.
Yeah, you can.
Call anywhere.
Hitch, I usually put you on the spot and you.
Unajua pia kama umetoka hood, manze kujiita celebrity, unajimurikisha. Unajua okay.
Like they did to Soldier Boy. You know Soldier Boy who was like, yeah, but celebrity was over there on live.
Unataka calculate like unajita kama celebrity hapo. Anaona huko ako kama simu ako tutaka cross na koka. As in if kama mimi najonga tu kitu moja. So nanga Bob Marley. Mimi idea mimi mpaka nikawishingeneza penda kwa kama Bob Marley. Bob Marley alikuwa anakuja Trench Town.
Yeah, but you're like him in many ways.
Afungi gari.
Na anawacha gari kwa hood na kila kitu.
Yeah.
Na niwacha na naenda na kuna mtu anaweza gusa. Ukifikia status, you're ni celebrity.
Yeah.
That's even God level. Kwa sababu even he doesn't care about materials. Unajua? But ukiona celebrity ana care about materials, that's not celebrity. Celebrity ni mtu yani he doesn't care. Hata anajua kile yako nayo, hata kifika mahali popote hood wapi ana roll vizuri bila mtu kumsumbu. Kuna watu I know a lot of people hawa wetu wa Nairobi tukienda nao hata dando, they'll have to tuck in their chains, they'll have to wanajita celebrity.
I think there's a thin line between celebrity and wannabe. A lot of people wanna be something. They've not found exactly what they want to be, but so they think, you know what, I'm connected. I'm what? It's like we were saying before. There's people who show up and they say I'm a celebrity. They actually tell you that they're a celebrity. If you're really that great, why do you have to tell me about it? You know, but you have to understand also the mind philosophy, the way some people think. A good example is Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest. So even his opponents used to fear him because he used to stand up. There's difference between being confident and trying to be something that you're not.
And it's serious. Guys actually do that because there's a guy who came up to me and tried to hit on me. One of these Wasani, one of these artists came up to me. The club tried to hit on me, and I was like, okay, cool. He was like, so we go to my place. I was like, why? He was like, but I'm this and this, and I'm like, okay, nice to meet you. I'm Myra. So since we're introducing each other to each other, I think it's ridiculous. You're a celebrity and you're over here begging me to go to your place. Like clearly,
I'll tell you a true story here. At one point in my life, you guys are saying my old school, when I was in a hip-hop crew, ex-rap community, I was classified as a celebrity. And let me tell you something, and I've told people this story, so they know, and I'm telling you now here, I hated it. That's why I got out. I didn't like it. I didn't like every move I'm being seen. Everyone has always something to say. That wasn't for me. Some people love it, and that's them. Some people love to be praised and they love everyone to open doors and pull out chairs for them. That's not me. I can pull out my own darn chair, you know, and sit on it, you know.
True.
So I think there's that's why I said there's a thin line what you really see yourself at or what you want yourself to be. And by the way, sometimes when you get to a certain place, it's not the greatest. You know, it's not all great and love when you get there. And so I think that thing that people saying you should bow down to me, there's no rule on this earth about that. Right. I think the highest rule, and this is a lesson that I learned from my own father. He said one of the things that he looks for highest in life is respect.
But in the same breath, okay, yes, you can before 5 seconds.
Do you know why a lot of artists wako in depression? Because I'll give you, sijui kama ni poa kusema hii lakini in example poa. I saw it with Zaka. Zaka was nobody. Zaka is a chilled out guy. Sulimona ni mse chilled out. Zaka, he never dreamt he will be big in one day. Zaka alikuwa anajifichanga kwa nyumba. Kwa sababu vile ile ngoma ya kwanza Dandro Love iligonga akakuwa mkubwa mpaka mama yake anamwangalia different. People who you used to beg out sasa ndio wanakubeg. So kind of alianza kufeel ili ingiwa na ile ati mimi celebrity ilimscare. It scared Zaka vibaya mpaka drinking ikaanza kukua too much ndio aweze kujifi. Na nimeona wengi hivyo akina Jim watu si kupenda kwa utasema huyu jamani drunkard. No, anatry kuavoid hiyo saa yote ati ni aje kufika mahali vutio. Ako like no, I want things to be normal. I don't alafu sikutaka life yangu change design. No, kuna watu they don't want it. They just want to do music. bas wapige show ishe. But kuna watu they starve for it, yani
they are hungry for
it. Alafu wengi wao wako into depression because ukianza kujita celebrity kuna standard unajiwekea.
Right.
Huwezi tembea kwa matatu, huwezi fanya hivi, but wewe mwenyewe unajiumiza kwa vitu waziko.
This is an even bigger and deeper conversation, and I would hope to continue it in the weeks to come. But today we're introducing a new segment. Yeah. But before that, all we're telling you is when you want to be a celebrity, get your act right, get your money right, and have a sense of responsibility to the people that you're trying to reach out to. Right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Exactly. So with that, we're going to go into a DJ break, and when we come back, we're going to have mad cypher sessions with Rongi and some amazing guest artists. And of course, the Beatmekah.
Oza, Icon Radio, The Vault Cypher, Rongi ndani ya nyumba, Beatmekah, Mbogi Genje, ngumi ni mbwekse. Sunachua tena, Smadi, ndani ya nyumba, kama kawa.
Yo, big up the Vault Cypher, Smadi ting attack, you know. Ngumi ni mbwekse, Mbogi ni Genje, so the thing going on. Yo, Zaski, Yo, Zaski, yo, Zaski, yo. Smarty things. Yo, ati kuwa kanga kuwa shona, kwenye kona kuwa swipe kuwa pona, ni kunoma vua zote hadi toja, tukisonga ni mashida tuna kila rengo nimewaka red hot, juu mabani niliwapiga headshot, ni kukaza pumzi juu ni kongeso, kunyanya makoroni kinza session, kuwapiga ndole kwa morenga, master wapasi mrazi ya kirenga, kaboka bugda kaberenga, mboka wakalasia warena, kila rengwa kujipurura makoro-lize, hola vibe na mamedzi na muokalize, kwa warosho kama kawa tukongeso-lize, Mbogi Genje pana tambua kangedhe-lize, gwedhe-lize, si majani veve-lize, magekenge zimeshona kwa the pori-lize, fika zabe na jipulizia njamo-lize, ni kulieti na kupachisa ya ngori-lize, tuna randrima kutoka kimbokita, ukileta underation unambitika, veteran, mindo na wadhigidha, piga mboka, stroko kuwa ringita, tukingaso piga benje umambua kala, ulala toka siya kapiga chabala, tukingaso piga benje umambua kala, ulala toka siya kapiga chabala, na bambuka nikistaga, nikupiga ngeso mbegu imejaza maga, niko waba, nikusaka tumareka, kanivundo, natingua bila njeka, yo, nikondole sina ata nyif, na vile niko kidale shangdo na grease, nikuwapigisha riu maida ya giz, nistage na mamali zikizidi biz. Yeah man, a smarty thing attack, you know, blood clot bad. Yeah man, yeah, run the business. Mbogi Genje, ngumi ni mbwekse, kuwa kamba tanga, kuwa shombo tona, kuwa tumbu tuma, wanangam. Yeah man, blood clot.
Mbogi Genje, ngumi ni mbwekse, kama kawa unajua tena mzee milita ndani ya nyumba, yani mili kama kawa, ngumi ni mbwekse, Mbogi Genje, Rongize, The Vault de
Bogi lies, Obagla guzu, Smarty things, One Love large up Deila MG, Badman miu linki na wagenje, Marezi ruchepe kuwadoshwe, Vibe Genje wanadalo sheng masters, Nikimochong nikanamsi rivanto, Nyagwanda kuwa kien kama pikni, Bakayolo kwa hii genge nyafutolo, hawana vibe wameidra ni machocha, Jinare miu piga simbotolo, Lutu sikwa riagi mamnicha, Mokinji weni dungis kwa matunda, Icon kila rima kuwa bugda, Icon kila rima kuwa bugda, Tendela juga ni keuti, Mdiu just grong inarienga tifla, Wanda ni madon wamelinki, Icon radio na wanawo dela lajo, Agango City ni mapandis ni Mariambes, Marialize miu linki zile buakla, si wabukla wakutekwa na ginimbi, Tela banku wa banku kigagula,
Woza kakakankankan, kangs unajua madidi in the house Guzman Mbogi ni Genje ngumi ni mbwekse kama kawa Guzman unajua tena unafanya guzu ndani ya nyumba
kwa piga flawless tuko timeless atuko idling tuna ma-asset za kuwa arrest jidigilandi na mindio wati wayo inadi sonda snadi kuto uradi tuko Mbogi na zimengwata wezi ni handle mindo komanda tuna pull up kwa mambaru na ma M16 siku zote nao wadibaki sin kuobwagisha na pills za kimezesha mana soldiers jaitambua kunil usimes na zenyewe nyima spare part unadai uko high na tawezi fly
uspime tena sunajua tena I can radio the vault kama kawa jirongize the beatmaker Hitch ndani ya nyumba I can radio jirongize the vault cypher sunajua vile si ufanya kuanzia asubuhi mpaka jioni representing hood zote kila angle kila anga uspime cypher
wicked